After his Corvette killers were themselves terminated, the corporation told him to join Chevrolet in the Mustang and Cougar challenge. His task was to create a Pontiac version of the Chevrolet vehicle. But the F-car, first called the Panther, then the Camaro, was well advanced, and there was very little Pontiac could do to alter the basic design. Pontiac's top designer, Jack Humbert, was assigned the difficult job of trying to transform the Chevrolet F-car into a true Pontiac. His team immediately added a split nose, grille, and bumper, lowering the car, putting on wide tires with rally wheels, and they gave it the Pontiac hunkered-down muscle car look. They called the car Firebird.
Firebird 1.
It was named after a series of GM turbine-powered experimental cars from the 1950s. DeLorean hoped the new Firebird would match the excitement of these rockets on wheels.
3. Experimental cars, conceived and built to acquire the knowledge and skill General Motors needs to give you cars designed for tomorrow.
Due to the late design start, Pontiac was not ready to announce the Firebird until January of 1967. But by then, they had 5 versions of the Firebird. The main differences were the engines, which came directly from the Tempest line. They offered 2 6-cylinder engines and 3 V8s. With the V8s came stiffer rear springs with radius rods for stability, a lower axle ratio, and an optional 4-speed gearbox. At the top of the heap was the Firebird 400, with the 335 horsepower motor from the GTO. To appear to comply with GM's horsepower guidelines, Pontiac listed the engine at 325 horsepower. The Ram Air option added another 25 horsepower to the 400. Again, Pontiac claimed this engine configuration only put out 325 horsepower. But to keep speeds down, Pontiac had to equip the engines with a device to prevent the throttle from opening all the way. Performance enthusiasts quickly discovered that this was easily removable.
No matter what engine was in it, every time you saw a Firebird, you saw kind of a muscular looking, sort of a masculine, hunching down on its wheels, and the car immediately gave the impression that here is a pretty exciting Pontiac.
Tests showed that the Firebird 400 was marginally faster than Pontiac's superstar, the GTO. Some GTO buffs were upset. Others joined the growing Firebird ranks. While the Firebird slightly bested the GTO, it dominated the Camaro. Chevrolet didn't have a comparable engine for the Camaro, but the Camaro was about $200 cheaper than a typical $3,000 Firebird. The biggest problem was with the convertible. Chevrolet's original design added weight to the convertible to smooth out body shakes that occur when the rigidity of a solid roof was removed. Pontiac would eventually correct the problem, but not before an influential car magazine labeled it a lead sled.